What's up, gamers? We're back with more Starfield. Boy, am I glad to be back in this game. I'm so excited to pick things up right where we left off. Maybe not exactly right where we left off. You might remember I logged out. I was at Paradiso. We had just acquired the special sauce from the chunks there that we need to bring back to New Homestead. But all I did between videos, worth noting, is I went to my quest log. We got these 3 quests to turn in now: Special Sauce, Fueling Greatness, and A Taste of Home. But Fueling Greatness, I think, was the closest one nearby. It's near Aquila City. Anyway, so we'll do Fueling Greatness, then we'll do A Taste of Home, and then we'll do Special Sauce just to tick off these 3 side quests. Red Tape Blues. I kind of forgot about this quest. I may try to do something with this also, but we're definitely going to start with Fueling Greatness because Gladys was quite a character, and I'd love to see how she reacts to some velocity, which seems like a silly thing to be giving her. But she wanted it, so we got her the pink or magenta or violet velocity variety. So we're back here. I've traveled to the Trident Star Yard here.
You've arrived at the pinnacle of comfort and luxury. Trident Luxury
And we're going to go dock here and visit Gladys and give her the requested velocity, all the way imported from Neon City for her pleasure. Now, she said she's going to, pay me back for it, but I wonder if she's going to be like, oh yeah, you paid 150 for the 150 credits for that, here you go. And I'm like, yeah, I also expended a bunch of helium-3 traveling all the way to Neon for it. But no, I'm sure she'll actually give us a nice little reward for running this errand.
Now you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester?
Helium-3 fuel management is not actually a thing in this game, even though it is my running theory that it was an intended,
Of course.
intended important mechanic at some point. God, Cora and her dad always talking over me.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting.
Trident has been defining elegance for generations, and I want it to reach new heights.
Oh, looks like she's actually doing some work here today instead of just sitting in her
The
chair.
galaxy must see my latest masterpiece.
I have
I
velocity
see.
for you.
Hand it over, please.
Here you go.
So this is the velocity I've heard so much about. I must say, I'm cautiously looking forward to partaking in it. I shall see if it lives up to its great expectations. Well, it seems you've done what I asked of you. I promised you reimbursement, so here it is. I'm sure having the privilege to run this errand for me was payment enough for you, but I am a woman of my word. Now, run along, please. I have much work to do. The future of space travel will not craft itself.
Yes, Gladys. 2,500 is not much, but okay.
Back to crafting the future.
Alright, well, we've had our fun here. Let's immediately move on to the next task, A Taste of Home. Here we are at the Deimos Star Yard.
Civilian vessels are allowed to dock at Deimos Star Yard.
You're allowed to dock. Goodness, I always forget how big this place is. Look how close it feels. I feel like I'm on the verge of crashing into this place by the time I get the docking prompt.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
They do basically manufacture all the UC's military craft here, so I understand why they would need a big production area.
I wish Demos was exclusively a military.
Oh yeah, she was such a character. I'm so glad to do a favor for her. Much more so than Gladys, who's just awful.
If you have any questions, I love questions. About ships, that is.
Here's that drink for you.
Yes, thank you so much. And
Oh, you're
just
welcome,
so you know,
Sandra. You're
I
a
definitely
peach.
will not be drinking this on the job. Definitely
Oh,
not.
I wouldn't tell anyone if you want to. Definitely not. Alright, Sandra, I'm happy I could help. And last but not least, since this is in the same system, let's go deliver the special sauce.
Be advised, you are entering.
Yeah. Not cleared for...
United Colony
Fine.
Space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
I got scanned already when I entered the system, but okay.
Scan complete. Welcome to Titan. You're cleared to land at New Homestead.
Thank you.
Enjoy your visit here.
New Homestead is a living history exhibit, but these are real people, so please be kind to them.
Oh, no, this is not where I wanted to go. Whoops. Mistakes, they were made. Return me to the ground floor, please.
Don't stay up.
Thought I remembered my way around here, but I guess I don't. Let me make sure that this quest is selected so it stops
Side for too long here on
guiding me poorly. Alright, I guess I just go down the stairs here. Right.
Hey, good to see you again. About that sauce.
Welcome
Yes,
to Chomps.
Luther, I have good news for
Hey,
you.
you're back. People are getting antsy for special sauce. You got it?
Yeah. I knew it. I knew it was really him. That he's like addicted to the special sauce. That's probably why this location doesn't ever have any availables, because he takes it all for himself. That's my running theory, at least. Your wife owns the Brown Horse Tavern. How could you work for the... No. His wife said there really is no competition. They serve different markets, so that's a dumb thing to say. I would love to have a dialogue option about me knowing that his wife works down there, but I'm not going to be weird about it. I got the chunk special sauce for you.
I knew I could count on you. Let's see it here. Thanks again. Now, no one's gonna mind if I sneak a pack or two for myself, right?
No, man, you're clearly the one who really cares. He gave me Chunk's egg as a reward.
We've got the best chunks in the settled system. Thanks for visiting Chunks.
Okay. So there's all my go see quests done. Now we need to decide what we want to do next. Oh, right. Let me get this selected so I stop forgetting it exists. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do this quest. I think, I gave up on this because it was, frustratingly not straightforward. A lot of the problem with this quest was
Welcome to New Homestead.
They basically are like, help us with our mining operation and get 10 iron, you know, off the books. And that seemed very straightforward because I had my cutter on me. Figured I would just walk over to a few, like, iron nodes and mine them and then come back to the guy and he'd be like, oh yeah, thanks for your help. But there was no iron nodes anywhere to be seen. And then I went up to the surface of the planet and I realized that there's no iron available on that entire planet. It's not one of the resources available on Mars, which made the quest, like, make zero sense because, like, how does he expect me to get iron when there's no iron on the entire planet? And, so I've been stewing on that a bit, and I think, the solution's going to be to just go to a planet that has iron. I'm thinking Earth, honestly. H2O, chloride, lead. No, iron's not one of the ones it's saying. How about Luna? Luna has iron. Okay, perfect. So what we'll do is we'll just pop to the Apollo landing site. We'll go on to the moon. Nova Galactic Star Yard. Oh, I guess, right. Guess we knew that was there. We'll go land on the moon at the Apollo landing site. And we'll just futz around on the moon for a little bit and gather 10 iron. I haven't really gathered any iron since I got this quest. So, I have a lot of curiosity. Starting with, like, will it count if I just gather iron on some other planet? Will it count towards my quest objective? I don't know. It looks like this planet, to complete this planet survey, all I would need to do is scan one more resource. Speaking of iron, but this is not the type I can easily mine. That is, though. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I might be able to complete the survey of the moon while I'm here if I find, like, anything that's not iron. But I ain't gonna be mad if all I find is iron, because that's what I'm here for. Okay, so it is updating my quest. It's got me at 3 out of 10 now. I honestly probably could have gone to Aquila City and bought 10 iron from a shop or taken it from my house, and it would have counted also. It just, like, the story behind the quest, you know, as far as that's concerned, this doesn't make any sense. Especially because there's no iron on Mars. Like, why would they have any type of iron quota when there's literally no iron on Mars? It's just nonsense. Alright, now what? Deposit 10 units of iron. Okay. Since I've walked over halfway there, I'm gonna go see what the structure is before I leave. Just for the sake of satisfying my curiosity. I wouldn't hate it if I found the other resource so I could take off this whole planet as surveyed. Probably would need to go to a cave or something like that to get it though. It does work that way sometimes. Oh, look at this little operation here. I'm not sure if these robots are going to be friendly or not, so let's get a gun out just in case.
Please be advised, if you steal, I will murder you.
Okay. So a civvy outpost. Look, there's a civvy right there. Ooh. This might be just what I need. Oh, I didn't mean to take it. What the hell? It's not letting me scan it. So I guess I can't really... Well, anyway, let's talk to this person.
I'm thinking of building a bigger hub. We've lost people out here,
Homesteader.
but they want us to stay. We all believe in this place.
Oh, okay. Good for you. I mean, this is a pretty impressive little base here. They've got a outpost here. I mean, maybe I've seen this a million times before, and I just noticed it for the first time when I was on New Homestead. But again, this looks like a 3D printed hab structure. With this, you can see like the lines from each layer of printing material that they used. Same with this building over here. Looks 3D printed. They clearly have a mining operation going here. It's the story they're meaning to tell. Cool for them. Cool little outpost. I'm not gonna look around too much. Since this is, you know, one of the randomly generated things, so I don't know that it's worth investing a bunch of time in searching. But cool, very cool. So let's go back to Cydonia and see if we can advance this quest some.
Used to think I was Vanguard material, until I discovered that space travel turns my stomach in knots.
I don't know why I'm looking around like a crazy person. I should just use the quest marker to guide me. Oh, just deposit it in this cart, huh?
Report any injuries I may cause to my supervisor.
Okay. I can see you're serious about helping me. That ore you mined is really gonna bolster our numbers.
Yeah, why do you have a quota for mining iron on Mars where there's no iron?
Great. Now, the next part is a little
Drop
tricky.
off the ores you're across
Our
the-
director of mining operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think
my God,
I've got a
please don't.
surefire way for you to get that job.
Oh
then
my
you,
God.
as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it just be easier to ask
You
him
don't
to
think I've
approve it?
tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything
Oh, I
Deimos
see. One
does
of those.
is so mired in bureaucracy
boomer,
because of their
if you will.
contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all.
He says by the book, but he's asking me to, like, fraudulently take a job as his assistant. Wait, you want me to become his assistant?
We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can quit, keep it, or do whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go fetch some stuff for him and go over his messages. It'll be easy, I promise.
Yeah, sure it will.
Now,
Sure, I'll
hold on,
take
it's not
the
that
job.
easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else.
Oh my.
Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to
Really?
secure the position for you.
Oh my. Wow, I'm somewhat glad this quest isn't just a one-off. Pleased to like. No. I mean, yes, maybe, I guess. I struggle targeting those star stations and shipyards. Star yards, what have you. I guess that worked. I've got official business here. I'm not even going to bother hailing them. I'm just going to dock. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. Let me dock, please. I'm very skeptical about this quest at this point.
Solid
Like,
docking job there. Nice work.
the stuff he's asking me to do for him is becoming shadier and shadier.
Hello,
But
Captain.
this still doesn't seem illegal or immoral. So, oh, how did I not notice this before? Does it not? Oh, it's the sales computer. Does it not light up unless you? Deimos delivery opportunities. Whoa. Speak to Sandra Fullerton. Oh, I just got a quest from clicking on this. Building top-notch military vessels requires an abundance of valuable resources scattered throughout the settled systems. Deimos is searching for motivated entrepreneurs to provide us with the goods we need to get the job done. Do you have what it takes to work for Deimos and make a fortune at the same time? Contact our sales associate, Sandra Fullerton. She's my homie, so for further details. Yeah, I'll have to check with her about that. Sounds like maybe a little side quest I could do. Delivery resource listing. Deimos heavily utilizes the following resources: aluminum, argon, chlorine, copper, iron, lead, nickel, and uranium. Please speak to our local sales associate to discover which resources To discover which resource is in demand and secure a contract. Yes, yes, yes. Job posting, executive assistant. Seeking a highly motivated individual to assist the executive in charge of mining operations and day-to-day responsibilities. Prior executive assistant experience preferred, but not necessary. Must be willing to relocate to Cydonia. Internship is unpaid, with option for permanent role at end of contract. It's an unpaid internship, really? Like, must be willing to relocate to Cydonia, but we're not gonna, pay you, so woof. But I'm here for a reason, so apply for job, executive assistant. How many years of experience do you have as an executive administrator for other corporate assistant? 0. What is the highest level of education you have completed? This is awkward, so I have to choose this for my character. I don't know. I feel like my character is a pretty smart person, but not like master's degree smart. Otherwise, he would have maybe gone to a career associated with his degree. So I'm going to say bachelor's degree. That's true of me in real life also, so why not? You will now be asked a series of questions to help us assess your competence for this role. Please answer honestly to the best of your ability. The executive wants you to bring them a whiskey neat. What does that mean? Trick question. Executives aren't allowed to drink on the job. About 43 milliliter shot of whiskey served in a glass at room temp. Full glass of whiskey with 2 chilled whiskey stones. 2 thumbs of whiskey, 2 drops of water in a chilled glass. I thought I knew what a whiskey neat was, but seeing this question, I feel like I don't. So, seeing the options, I mean, I feel like I don't. So we're going to ask Google. Because my space cowboy character definitely knows the answer to this question. He loves a whiskey neat. Drinking whiskey neat means that it's served at room temperature and without any mixers. Okay. So it's this one. But I was like, it could be this one or this one. I'm not sure. I just knew that it didn't come with any mixers or ice. But I was like, but in a chilled glass, maybe? I don't know. Silly me. It's this one, though. A VIP arrives in the office for a meeting with the executive, who is inexplicably running late. What should you do? Entertain the client with jokes until the executive arrives? Reschedule the client's meeting with the exec for another time? Offer drinks? Apologize? Assure the exec that the exec will return soon? Nothing. Never speak with the client without exec approval. I'm going to go with entertain the client with jokes until the executive arrives. A malfunction prevents the executive starship from starting up, and they need to go to an important off-world meeting soon. What course of action do you take? Offer them use of your old banged-up ship. Contact the client and cancel the meeting, reschedule for another day. Use the company credits to immediately charter an expensive luxury craft. Get their ship towed to the shop. It's okay if they're late. I'm going to go with this one. While handling the executive's email, you come across the message from someone claiming to have damaging information about the executive. What should you do? Take the info to the board of directors so they can handle it? No. Ignore the email completely, then block the sender? No. Confront the exec and blackmail them in hopes of getting a big raise? No. Ask the executive how they want it handled, then never speak of it again. Yeah, I guess. The executive contacts you and asks you to see them in their office in the middle of the night. You can tell they are drunk. What do? Immediately go to their office to take care of them until they sober up. Ignore them and go back to sleep. The executive probably won't remember. Contact security and let them deal with it. Go and do whatever they want, even if it would damage their character. I guess this one. Please be aware that all answers are final and will be reviewed when considering your application. If you would like to change an answer now, select the option to start over. Otherwise, proceed to submit the application. I guess submit application. Thank you for your interest in Deimos and for submitting your application. We will review your skills and experience and let you know if we feel you are a good match for the position. We appreciate you choosing Deimos. Woof, that was as, like, troubling as applying to jobs in real life. It really was like, what are these freaking questions? Okay. Well, the game wants me to go back to Cydonia now. And speak with Trevor about how the application process went.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain
He's
current
supposed to help
course
me
while
get
we
the
scan
job,
for
so
contraband.
hopefully if I give a few bad answers, he's not going to,
Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
it's not gonna prevent me from continuing this quest. I could have just cheated and looked up what the answers, what answers they wanted on the internet, because I'm sure someone's already figured out what the correct answers are to advance this quest. But I mean, it either happens or it doesn't. I gave the answers that my character would have given and tried to answer honestly. And didn't lie about my experience. I mean, the very first question was how much experience I have. I could have lied and said like 10 years experience or whatever, but that's not true of my character, so no, I'm not gonna do that.
Cydonia can have a depressing effect on some people.
Most importantly, Trevor did not even imply that I should lie on my application. He said, just go apply for the job and then come back here and we'll discuss how best to get you the job. I don't know if he wanted me to like come back before I did that survey, but
don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get that job.
Yeah, see?
Trust me. This is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved.
Okay, well I filled out the executive assistant application.
Now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in.
Now we're crossing a line that I don't feel comfortable crossing. Isn't HR gonna think it's odd all the other applications were deleted?
Believe me, if you knew Tia, you wouldn't worry. I'll be honest, she's so overworked and behind in her tasks that I don't even think she knows there are any applications. That's a good point, though. Once your application is in, I'll ping her and ask her to take a look to see if any applications came in for me. That should get her to finally take a look, see yours, and if all goes well, she'll hire you on the spot.
I'm not comfortable with this, but I'll do it if it helps the miners. No. Sounds easy enough. I'll do. What? Are you telling me there's no option to, like, refuse?
I happen to know that the HR director, Tia, and the other women in the office tend to go to the Broken Spear for happy hour at 5 every evening. That's your window of opportunity.
I'm just plain not comfortable with this period,
Don't
so
tell me
I'm gonna
I've
back
scared
out of this
you off
dialogue.
now.
Yeah, you have, actually. No, thank you. I'd say we've taken that as far as I really want to go with it, at least for now. So on that note, I think it's time to give another attempt at rescuing Barrett. Let's head back to where Barrett is. We've got a few extra levels now. I think we can do it. We're just gonna have to be careful. This is a high-level zone with high-level enemies in it, and the environmental conditions actually make it tough. I'm gonna start by going towards this thing up here. I'd like to get sort of like a back way into the place that doesn't expose me so much, because the main problem I was having is enemies being able to shoot me from a long distance away. I'm also going to do a save right here on the approach, so if things go wrong and I want to try a different approach, I can.
Turn around and leave. Now.
Where's... Oh.
Light him up! Took one to the shoulder.
Yeah, so I didn't see that pirate at first. When I finally did see them, they were like a level 50 elite pirate. So they're bad news bears. Level 50 elite, wow. So still feels really... Like, I didn't feel like the other stages of this quest were this difficult. I'm shocked that, like, it can't expect me to be level 50 when I'm doing this quest, right? Am I crazy? Let me just check my settings. I've got it on normal difficulty. Let's go ahead and use a runner's rush. Pop a med kit so my health is at full. Presumably, I could get the drop on this pirate if I'm paying attention. Like, I swear I walked up to this and there was no one here. Oh, here he is.
I got this!
Wow. Full health to 0 almost instantly there. I was using my best shotgun right on his face. It didn't phase him. Wow. All right. I think we've sort of once again established that, yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the next stage of that quest. I didn't think it would be such a high level already. Like, I feel like I'm very early in the main story quest of the game. So I'm shocked that it's such a high level quest, but it really does seem to be like I'm getting very strong you're not supposed to be here yet vibes.
You look hurt. Might want to head on over to the line.
I didn't realize how far back this was going to set me. It looks like maybe I haven't even talked to him about me having submitted my job application. So we'll just go bang out that objective real quick here.
Don't worry, trust me. Okay, now to do that, if you delete the other app... Believe me, I'll be honest, she's so... That's a good point, though. That should get her to finally take... I happen to know that's your window of opportunity. Don't tell me I've scared you off now.
Alright, there's that they handled. We'll save over that Vessel 3 save and pretend that never happened. So... as far as the main story stuff, we haven't even started doing this yet. Going to the Eye, which is probably a very interesting. It's like a space station owned by Constellation, which is crazy, in orbit of Jemison, no less. Vladimir Saul, who is a member of Constellation, is stationed there. I'm supposed to go up, make introductions, and sounded like he had a lead on an artifact as well. So I'm sure that's the direction that quest is going to take. I've also got this, the next stage of the Freestar Collective quest. I kind of wish the quests themselves had like a suggested level on them, because I feel like this feels way deeper into the faction quest than the Rescue Barrett thing feels into the main story quest, but woof. Let me remind myself what level this is. 60. Yeah, way out of my comfort zone. Yeah, I think probably my best bet is to go talk to Vladimir. I've been putting this off for a long time. But I think it's time. That's going to be relatively nearby also. Alpha Centauri is right over here. So let's take a look. I'm very interested to see the eye. Which is kind of crazy on its own, so.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
Yeah. No contraband here, but you go ahead and scan me.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land. Aha! The eye is always open to Constellation.
Thank you, Vladimir. It looks like a pretty small space station compared to some of the star stations and spaceports and what have you I've seen. But I'd be really confused if they had a massive space station for no reason, manned by just a single person. But let's be real, this is a spy satellite to spy on New Atlantis. It's still kind of weird that Constellation has this.
Greetings, Captain.
Greetings, Vasco. This is already kind of interesting to me.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
It's just funny because, like, this is how I build my bases in Subnautica. I have like some boring rooms in the center for all the like important stuff, but then I'll build like a glass tube walkway around the outside so I can take in the views. Like, this is gorgeous. Look at this. So I appreciate this design. This is very much something like I would do. Oh goodness, what happened here? Well, so much for my plan to walk around this whole thing before going inside. I feel like I've already gotten a few utility flight suits in my day. No need to steal another one. Those though. So big array aimed at Jemison, which is, well, I guess not exactly aimed at Jemison. And then solar panels.
Hello.
Power the station. Let's try this direction now. Oh, another convenient dead end. Alright, game, I get it. You want me to go in through the main entrance. I'll do that, I guess. Boring. Crew quarters B1. Facilities F1. Like, there can't be much for crew quarters up here, considering how small the Constellation group is. But maybe they have this as like a backup, like if they ever get kicked out of New Atlantis, out of the lodge, and they need a place for Constellation to exist. This place seems designed to be able to hold all the entirety of Constellation. Interesting. Alright, let's take a look at facilities. Physical training. Little weight room. Cool, cool. Storage. There's a research lab here. Nifty. Here's the man of the hour, Vladimir Saul. We'll get a forward-facing conversation for once and talk to him from across the table here. Let's go save over something some old save like this.
We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation getting some fresh blood.
Thanks, Vladimir. Rook on deck, that's pirate talk, isn't it? I'm no rook. I was a space miner. Good to meet you, Vladimir.
Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together. But I got a little lost peeking through the eye.
Peeking through the eye, more pirate talk?
That one's all on me. The eye is the nickname for the star station. Think of it as one big telescope.
That happens to me too. I get lost in something and
Always
lose time.
preferred working alone, even around people I like. But we're all working together on this one. No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery. Now, this station, the Eye, rigged up for deep space scans. Barrett and Sarah teased out the signs of where our artifacts could be hiding after we caught our second one. But the data takes a slow ride along the Sea of Light. Years or decades between us and the fringes of space without a grav drive.
Right, yeah, it makes sense that a deep space satellite or telescope or whatever this is wouldn't be as efficient or effective in a world where faster than light travel exists, because it could take years for light, which is information, to reach us from a distant star system, but you can hop in a ship with a grav drive and just go there and get the data much faster. I really wish I'd done that first dialogue choice, because I feel like that was a way to get some backstory about this character, and especially since they followed it up. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to load, because I'm a save scummy bastard, and I'm going to just restart the dialogue with Vladimir real quick.
We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation.
Rook on deck, that's pirate talk,
Crimson Fleet. An old Jacoboons would be the term for it, back in my day. Left that life behind me. Even before I signed up with Constellation, I was retired.
Yeah, see, I think I heard from someone else that he was former Crimson Fleet a long time ago when I was asking about him down in the lodge. And so I'm glad I reloaded is what I'm getting at. Good to meet you,
Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together.
So it's fun
I
to
got
get,
a little
some more of
lost
his
peeking through the eye.
backstory from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Peeking through the
That
eye, more
one's
pirate
all
talk?
on me. The eye is the nickname.
Right. So now we're caught up. That happens to me too. I get lost in
Always
something.
preferred working alone, even around people I like. Now, this station, the Eye, rigged, but the data takes a slow ride along the seal.
Right, now we're all caught up. Understood. I need to check on these leads in person. You're asking me to chase ghosts. There could be nothing.
No
The sea
matter
of
how
light,
good
question
the
mark?
scan, it's still just peeking at light, and she only has one speed. Lot of interstellar bodies in the way, too. All that noise makes squaring the circle harder. Only going to be able to give you so many at once.
Makes sense. Understood. I need to check on these leads in person.
You won't be the only constellation out there. Andreja and Matteo are both following up on scans themselves. Matteo went out recently, but Andreja, it's been a while. Hate to pull the worried old man act on you, but I'm an old man, and I'm worried.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So, he said those two names as people who are out there following up on leads he's given. And I immediately was like, my first instinct was like, oh, Andreja and Matteo, I haven't met them yet. More members of the small group constellation that are, I mean, it makes sense that I haven't met them all yet, but they're out there somewhere, like, looking for artifacts independently. And as soon as that thought was processing through my mind, I was like, wait a second, Matteo. I think I have met Matteo. I think he was the young guy that I met in the lodge. So then he went on to say, like, oh, Matteo just left recently. I'm like, okay, right. That makes sense canonically. So I met him in the lodge, and then he was dispatched by this guy. But I was still sure that I had not met anyone named Andreja. So I can say, who's Andreja, which Andreja, I assume is how it's pronounced. I'm going to say that first.
Another constellation who's making a name for herself. Likes to be on her own.
A rookie like me.
I can relate, so I try to look out for her more than most.
So I can say exploration takes time, I'm sure she's fine, or I can say I'll keep an eye out for Andreja, which I think I'll do.
She should be at one of the 2 sites I've marked on your star map. Can take care of herself, but we all need backup sometimes.
So he's marked 2 spots on my star map.
Hopefully you'll be catching Fortune's
be at
smile,
one of the 2.
and we'll have some more artifacts to take a closer look at. Happy hunting.
Interesting. So I just got a very interesting quest called Into the Unknown with a few different varying objectives. We'll check that out in a second. But it looks like we have some dialogue options here. Your artifact search must be a full-time job. Do you visit the lodge often? How did you get mixed up with Constellation? And so you're retired from the Crimson Fleet. Didn't know that happened. Right, yeah, because like I feel like that would be a blood in, blood out type of organization. But your artifact search must be a full-time job.
That's why I missed your little welcome party. Got caught up plotting all the data the Eye can give us. Wouldn't mind the helper's hand, though. Could speed the process along. Up-to-date planetary scans would help filter all the data I have to sift through. Maybe help to find the anomalous bits.
Scan data.
And Constellation can slide a credit or 2 your way. All part of the mission of charting the stars, right?
Right. Survey data, I can get that for you.
Then we're hand in hand in agreement. Now, get out there and burn some helium.
Yeah, I would, but this game gives me infinite helium, so, do you visit the lodge often?
I make the visit when they need me. Don't mind the loner's life most days, and the Eye is important work. But I should make the trip more often.
What would be my dream job.
Can't let Walter be the only one tending bar there too long. Everyone will forget what a good drink tastes like.
That's funny. I'd love to just be like stationed on a space station, presuming it has adequate radiation shielding and stuff, so I'm not like getting cancer from being out there too often. And like it has artificial, like it looks like he has artificial gravity. He's got a gym. He's got a place to sleep here. Presumably he gets supplies dropped off, and like he just gets to work independently all the time, set his own schedule. He enjoys the work he's doing. Like, dream job. Dream job for an introvert like me, I should say. How'd you get mixed up with Constellation?
Ever run the scholars on the Centaurus Proclamation? The original treaty that gave every human the right to colonize the stars? Stolen by some fool's joke of a Crimson Fleet rook looking to trade names to Captain. Sight to see pinned above my chair, like the whole settled systems was mine for the taking. Time dances its years forward, and I'd retired. That's when our own Sarah Morgan walks into the tale. Fire in her eyes and her head full of intel I thought I had spent the labor's efforts burying. Of course, I didn't have the Centaurus Proclamation just lounging in my pockets. Belonged to the ship and her new captain in the fleet I had left behind. Tipped your ear long enough, but the short line of it, Sarah and I returned the treaty to the rightful owners, and I decided to hang around, lend an old pirate's wisdom to the mission.
Interesting. So they went on some grand adventure to recover the Centaurus Proclamation, which was like the original document that authorized any humans the right to colonize the stars. Big impetus behind Solomon Coe's, fiercely independent spirit and insistence that the Freestar Collective had a right to exist. Really cool stuff. Really cool world building just from that one dialogue. So you're retired from the Crimson Fleet. Didn't know that
Usually
happened.
doesn't. I'm overdrawn from Lady Luck 3 times over. It's a long tale to tip your ear on, but if you ever wanted to visit, I have a house out there in the Starfield. Thought I was going to see life's eclipse from there, but Constellation swept me away. Haven't been there since we started on the Eye.
Ooh,
if you do
this
go
sounds
there,
really interesting.
turn the lights off when you leave, okay?
Yeah, where's that? Give me... Yes! Visit Vladimir's house. It's an activity. I want to do that even more than I want to do the rest of this mission. He just cut off dialogue with me, but I guess like that was the last thing I really wanted to say to him, if I'm being honest. So let's go look at my quest logs. So we've got Into the Unknown. Vladimir has given me locations he believes he could hold artifacts. He's also asked me to be on the lookout for Andreja, another Constellation member who was following up on the same leads and hasn't reported back. Go to Nira. Vladimir's given me... Right. So the 2 leads were Nira and Sumati. And find Andreja, or Andreja is like... She'll be at one of these 2 locations. Fair enough. But even more interestingly, visit Vladimir's house. Ooh. Oh, he's way out there. Way out there. I mean, I guess that makes sense. He'd have to be out near Crimson Fleet space or even beyond it. In a system called Sirma. Your ship doesn't have enough fuel capacity. Try jumping to a closer system along your right. So I could go to Moloch. What's the level of Sirma? Level 55. So we may put a pin in that, even though I'm extremely interested in that. Let me go back to the mission board here. Into the Unknown. I'm pretty sure I've already been to Nira. In fact, isn't that where Neon is? Am I crazy? No. Well, I've been to the system for sure before. So yeah, let's go to Nira. Oh wait, what just happened? Alright, hold on. Hold on. Did I see correctly that Nira's in the Nerian system? I mean, it looks like I have enough fuel. What is happening here? Missions, main, into the unknown. Go to Nira. Show on map. Back out. Oh, Nira and Sumati are both planets in the Nerian system. Set course. Now it's letting me go to Nira. Yeah, do that. I don't know what I misclicked on before, but all right. I've already scanned this planet. I do want to check out one-of-a-kind salvage at some point. I'm just remembering that. I think this is where I actually rescued, like, Heller from. One-of-a-kind salvage has sort of a unique name, so I'm going to keep that in mind. But it looks like finding Andreja. That's kind of a spoiler game. Are you saying that she's here? I mean, I guess we'll start here since the game's pretty sure she's here. I thought the objective would say, like, look for clues about the artifact at this location.
Let's see what's on this
case
ball.
I could be like, yeah. This planet looks hellish. Let's get a sleep in so I can have the rested bonus.
Yeah?
And just because I haven't experimented much with this yet, let's do the settings thing. Settings, gameplay, very hard. Go out through the door to the abandoned mine. I feel like I've maybe been to this location before. It's striking a lot of deja vu chords with me.
Captain,
This looks familiar.
Pleasant to see you.
I feel like I maybe came here at some point to kill like an outlaw leader or something for a bounty. Oh, time to see how abandoned, quote unquote, this mine really is. If it's not very abandoned at all, that would certainly explain why Andrea might have come here and run into trouble. Ooh, deep cave. And it's a new location, so let's try this again. Settings, gameplay, very hard. I think I found her.
Don't come any closer. Identify yourself. I am
okay?
fine. He was clumsy. Made far too much noise. Easy to deal with. You have not answered my question. Who are you?
Yeah, that was, I'm with Constellation. Vladimir Saul sent me to find you. Yeah, like, why would I introduce myself and not mention being part of Constellation? Like, this is obviously the correct choice.
Good. I suppose I should have guessed. It has been too long since I checked in. You are the newest member, yes? Do they often send you to check up on other, more senior members?
Hey, I heard you're a newbie yourself, so... Probably joined, like, 3 days before I did, so I wouldn't be waving that seniority around that much. Just doing what I was asked. Looks like maybe they had a good reason. I'm sure they meant well.
I suppose. And yet you are here, instead of checking up on Barrett or Noel. We waste time. We should complete our mission and then we can talk.
Alright, first of all, I haven't heard of Noel at all. And I tried checking up on Barrett, but holy crap, is he being guarded by the most elite pirates that exist. So, yeah. A Varun Zealot.
Always
really?
worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
God, it's gonna be another place where I'm like over encumbered with Varun stuff, but I just love it too much. I want it all. Oh, Ecliptic? How boring. Why would there be Varun Zealots mixed in with Ecliptic here? That doesn't make any sense.
Come then. Meet your death.
Do you mind? I don't care about your Ecliptic crap. I was trying to check out this computer because often... Right, activate unit. Update front throw settings. Recalibrate front throw settings. Perfect.
Hostiles in
Get
range.
your best shot.
Ecliptic is so boring. I'm so sad that there are Ecliptic people here.
Opening fire.
Got my hopes up with those cultists at the start. I don't know what Andreja's doing right now. I probably should have stuck with her, but...
Swapping mags, cover
I will have your head.
Ooh, Ecliptic Communique 1. Got it. We'll check that out in a minute when we're not in combat anymore. That robot looks like it's gonna go put in some work, so maybe I have time to check it right now. How is that not in the new menu? Maybe I've already gotten one of them before? Well, it's certainly under notes. Oh, I have 3 of them.
Priority communicate all Ecliptic personnel. Our recent meetings with representatives of both the Freestar Collective and United Colonies have confirmed what we assumed. Any facilities abandoned during the colony war are considered fair game. Unowned and unattached. Spoils of war. That means they don't belong to us. So if you locate one of these bases, labs, or outposts, you have full authority to appropriate any equipment on behalf of Ecliptic and evict any squatters. Commander Creek out.
Commander Creek. I wonder if I'll ever meet Commander Creek.
Attention Ecliptic personnel. We've received viable intel on the location of another colony war era facility, specifically a research lab. It's somewhere in the Nerian system, possibly already occupied by pirates of the Crimson Fleet. As has already been communicated by Commander Creek, you have full authorization to claim the facility for Ecliptic and appropriate anything deemed viable from our combat operations. If
should have listened to all this before, but I'm just reminding myself what these are about.
Command grants full authorization to eliminate that threat using any means necessary. Captain Bill's out.
Okay.
And once again, we are triumphant.
Yeah, I think we mostly have our robot friend to thank for that. He ran through here like a bot on a mission. Oh, and he apparently won because he's still here and alive. We're just gonna find a trail of corpses left in the robot's wake.
Gonna take more than that!
Oh, just became encumbered, so that's fun. I haven't done inventory management in a long time, so. Oh god, here's the big boss. Wasn't ready for that, exactly. Game. I can't be missing all these shots.
Are you prepared to die?
This is a really big facility. I'm kind of regretting jumping down into the center of it. But I also felt like these guys were just going to be taking pot shots at me from all around this thing. So I came down here and took care of them. But yeah, I'm really regretting it now.
Take a little too much on. Literally.
Yeah, I get it. I'm over encumbered.
Maintain control.
I think we finally sort of cleared this place out. We check for any items I can sort of ditch. Like this. Yeah, shouldn't have held on to that. Should have known better. Carboxylic acids. Uranium. I'm just gonna drop all this uranium. That should buy me a little bit of time. Yeah, there really are cowards, huh, Andrea? They all ran. As soon as they saw... Well, look at this. Secret area, question mark? I think this path leads back to where I was before I jumped down. But I mean, this looks kind of interesting. It's possibly not interesting at all. But I am looking for the artifact of Nira. It's my current objective. So it would be in some weird nook and or cranny.
What does your scanner reveal?
Oh, are we in the right place? Is this it? What do you mean, what does my scanner reveal? She's just reacting to me taking my scanner out. Find the artifact of Nira is that way. Oh man, this is actually taking me out of this. Alright, I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit lost. I'm super regretting jumping down that pit because I don't know. I just don't know. This feels a lot like going backwards right now, but I'm not sure it even is. Because it also feels a lot like going forwards at the same time. Especially since it's getting me closer to the artifact, allegedly. This might be where I jumped down from, potentially. Saw this I remember seeing this elevator and then going this way. And then I was getting shot at from there. And then I looked here and saw that there wasn't really a way to go here. And so I went up here, rounded this corner, dealt with the guy that was here, and then I jumped down from here. So let's start by... Oh, there is no way to go that way. Okay. So the way forward is this way. So let's just, you know, do this in order now. I would have gone down here over this really rickety scaffolding. Prognosis improved burns. Since when did I have burns? There's a safe here that I missed. Deep Seeker skip pack? No thanks, I guess. Deep Seeker spacesuit. Digipack, don't mind if I do. Didn't mean to pick up that loot, but that's okay, I guess. Sure, let's do this safe. Wouldn't it be handy if the artifact's just like in the safe? Mission accomplished. Sorry about that. The screen is not frozen. I just had a sneezing fit. Caught me by surprise. Ooh. Either of these forests will work. question is, does that work? Let's see. Oh, it will. Well, then we're going to do that. That's totally right. Yeah, that, and then this. And then I'm screwed? Because I'm dumb? Yeah. 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 Let's try again. Wow, I guess undo, but I don't know how else to do this. Why is this suddenly like the hardest lockpick I've ever done in this game? What is going on? I mean, I guess auto slot. Okay. Auto slot again? Really? I used a bunch of auto slots, but I think it was worth it because I was feeling super stumped.
Can't succeed at that before we are
junk
discovered.
I don't care about for that. I hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered. She's giving me shit because of how bad I was at that. Alright, Andrea, chill. I don't appreciate that shade you just threw. Alright, so I'm back to this with the weird hole that goes down to... Goes down to here, right? Oh no, I guess I've never been here. I don't know, should I go down that hole? I'm gonna ignore it for now. I mean, I went down it before, and I don't remember seeing anything worth writing home about down there. Keep following this pathway down. Because it seems to be, like, semi-leading me in the right direction. I don't freaking know. So now I can go down this way. Which I guess I'll do. I feel like I've been here, so let's try the other direction now. See if I can do anything about inventory management real quick. That nuclear fuel rod was a whole 5. Exotic manufactured component. But is it worth keeping up if it's a whole 5 weight? I'm thinking... I don't know. Let's get rid of these 10 fiber because that's super common. We'll worry about getting rid of the nuclear rod if we need to later. So now if I follow this way, this should be new from this point on. So it winds this way. This would be like the base of that elevator I couldn't use before. I mean, now I'm seeing bodies. Oh, right. So this is where I jumped down to. There was a bunch of chuckleheads down here. And then is there a natural way to proceed from here without jumping down? There doesn't seem to be. So let's just jump down into the pit. And go in the general direction of the artifact. Well, there is a hole here. Artifact Iota. Here it is. No, it's still not free enough. Fair enough. My third vision. I like it. I think that bit where it shows a circular thing coming together.
You did not respond when I called to you after you pulled out the artifact. Does that mean Barrett's theory and experience were correct? The artifact grants the first person who touches it a vision?
Honestly, I should have let her touch it first, because then we would have had more people sharing that experience. That kind of is a repeat of what happened the last 2 times, but yes. Just count yourself lucky you didn't have to do that yourself. No, that's... I don't want to talk... No. Yes, not that I've been able to make any sense of
The fact that it has happened to both you and Barrett is already more than we had before. I think it is important that we discuss what you saw back there. That man. What I had done.
Ooh. Okay. New theory just dropped. I was like confused why there would be Varun zealots at the entrance of this cave, and then the whole cave's filled with ecliptic mercs. But maybe they weren't here for the same reason the mercs were here. Maybe they were here for her, specifically for her. Maybe she's escaped from the cult of Varun, which the House Varun, I've wanted to know more about this whole game. So I'm really hoping that that's the case, that this is my gateway into that. I'm not really comfortable having it know, but bet he doesn't know. It was either you or him.
It was,
right?
yes. I appreciate that you see it that way. A very practical outlook, not one I find is shared amongst members of Constellation. May I ask what your background is?
I was a miner, Argos Extractors. I've done all sorts of things. It's not really any of your... Yeah,
Argos.
I was a miner.
I have heard of this company. Small, reckless. Interesting. I do not have experience with this profession, but I have my own experiences with risk. We both seem to be unusual additions to Constellation. Please, I would ask that you not mention to Vladimir the circumstances in which you found me. This is not the first time that Varun zealots have attempted to corner me.
Interesting. Why is that, though?
If it is known that this has happened again, well, it has been a while since I was given an assignment on my
Vladimir
own.
about it in case he knows more
I would
about
not
you.
want it to be even longer in the future. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand, but that's so interesting. Like, first of all, yeah, well, she's like, you and I seem to be odd additions to... Are you kidding me? Like, every single person that I've gotten backstory about at Constellation has some crazy, like, nutso backstory. Vladimir, who she doesn't want me to tell about this, was a freaking pirate in the Crimson Fleet. Like, what do you mean that I'm unusual for recognizing that it was Killer Bee? Like, what do you mean? You're full of it. Do you even know the history of some of the members? They all have crazy, like, diverse backstories. Not unusual at all, I don't think. Varun Zealots, yeah, tell me more.
This is a surprise.
No, I'm quite familiar.
You
I
have
want
not
to
heard
know
of them.
more, though.
They are fanatics, having taken the teachings of House Varun and twisted them into a belief that the galaxy must be wiped clean before the Great Serpent's return. So, in this I would say I have done the galaxy a favor.
They've come after you
Yes.
before, question mark?
It would seem they have not yet learned how much it will cost them. But then that is their fundamental problem, is it not? An inability to see anything other than the path which they have created for themselves.
Yeah, interesting take, but I wish you'd give me more information. Yeah, now I feel like I need to say something. I'm not making any promises. Like, I don't owe her anything. If she's not willing to give me more information about why Varun Zealots are after her, then maybe I do need to speak to Vladimir about this. I mean, this is the most tempting answer, but like, I don't know, I'm really torn here. I'm gonna go with the middle one.
I would not expect you to. I have simply asked. You will do what you feel is necessary, and that will be all right.
All right,
I will
thank
finish
you,
here
Andrea,
and
for
return to New
understanding.
Atlantis when I can. You should go now, as they will be expecting us.
You don't want to come with me? I mean, I don't know what you need to finish here. I'm carrying the artifact on me as we speak. She's got some more shady business to... That was neat. I like knocked one of these... Oh, that's cool.
I have
And
my own way
they
back.
continue to have their
The one
anti-gravity
without me.
properties, but they float out like we're in the... I didn't notice this at any of the other artifact sites, that the particles around it did this nifty thing. Bounced around. Look at them. They're bouncing around like it's 0G. Oh, looks like it is encountering some friction in the air and slowing down. Just bounced off her leg. Interesting.
I will meet you back at the lodge. I will meet you back at the lodge.
Okay, fine. Let's go to Sumati. Like, am I gonna come back to the lodge with 2 artifacts in tow? Is that gonna actually happen? Yeah, let's go. I'm surprised it's letting me fast travel, considering I'm pretty sure I'm... Oh yeah, I guess I actually did fix my inventory, so I wasn't completely over encumbered.
Hello, stranger.
It's Grandma
I just
again.
finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
I would love to. Especially if you remember that I've seen you before. That would be so fun. I'm on my way, Grandma. Don't have to ask me twice. You were such a great host last time. Oh, that's so fun. I'm so glad to run into her again. Like, this gives me hope.
100%.
For,
Good to go, Cap.
for the Valentine to show up again. Just in case something weird happens. It's been a hot minute since I've saved the game. You know, also just in case it crashes or something, you know. Better safe than sorry.
Well, hello.
Was hoping you'd drop by. The worst part of space travel is having to eat alone. I used to eat with my better half every meal until he passed. I've got plenty. I hope you're hungry.
Thanks, Grandma. Oh, chicken tikka again. You'll really like that. Oh, this is too bad. Bethesda devs, if you're watching, I would prefer to never encounter this NPC again rather than encounter her again and have her not remember that we've met and have the same dialogue options. Like, I can say it's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
I agree. I meet people every chance I get. I finally retired. I wish I could have done this, but my grandkids are more... You wouldn't believe the character. I invited this one fellow.
Yeah, tell me about the nudist again.
He said in space. Don't you know it? So, I can't believe.
All right, I gave her 1,000 credits before. I haven't said this one before. I love it. There's more to see than you can see in a single lifetime.
I'm afraid I'm worn out, dear heart. I'm at the tail end of a very long day. But feel free to grab some
I can
extra
tell
food
considering
or
your selective
I've got
amnesia that
plenty.
we've never met before. Thanks, Grandma. I was so excited to see you again, but now I'm kind of disappointed. What you gonna do, though?
To be able to see yourself whenever you want. I bet your whole house is full.
I'm up for a little adventure.
Oh, well. Here's hoping for some excitement down on the surface to make up for this very disappointing grandma encounter. Another abandoned mine. I guess it makes sense for... I mean, all the ones we've found so far, as I'm aware, have been buried under the surface of these planets. Let's do it.
Landing site looks clean. Let's set it down.
Hey.
Have any new book? For me?
Good day, Captain.
Hi, Vasco. Jeez, that heat leech startled me. No, turrets. sure are far away. Really wish I had a sniper rifle. But I have not successfully found them yet.
Dispatch the enemy.
You know, like, this is a snooze fest compared to that rescue Barrett mission. And I realize I'm certainly, you know, less far into Vladimir's mission than I was into Barrett's. How am I already encumbered again? What the hell? I'm gonna try to deal with that in a second here. God, that's an annoying bug. I wish they wouldn't be able to do that.
Time to finish this.
Where am I still getting attacked from? Where'd you even come from, buddy? Only by virtue of my radar do I know there's another enemy in this direction. But I don't see them. Oh, right. So where's the frontier? There. I wonder how close to it I need to be to transfer things into it. Let's get within 100. All right. There we go. I should clear up some inventory space for a bit. I keep forgetting how desperately I need to do inventory management, so that's for sure what's coming next. In fact, I think the timing is going to work out real perfect for me to just finish clearing this mine out and then ending the video, and then I can do inventory management between videos, so you don't have to sit and watch me do that boring crap. And then it'll be less of an issue for whatever we decide to do next after this mission is complete. I'm real curious to see if anything exciting happens when we add, presumably, 2 new artifacts to the device, the alien device. It's all been the same boring light show over and over again so far, but I figure something's gonna happen at some point that's like crazy, right? What am I missing here? What in the heck? Am I going crazy? Oh, I see. Hold on. Alright, entrance into the mine proper. Okay, so this is probably going to be massive like the last place. That's crazy. I was getting kind of hopeful that it might not be massive like the last place, but... Alright, Grandma. We'll save our view and pretend that you never happened. Settings, gameplay, let's do very hard. I'm almost to the point I'm going to give up on doing this. I don't feel like it's been getting me a bunch of legendaries or anything by doing it this way, but it was worth. It's so quick to do. Like, it's worth a try. The internet thinks that might be a hot tip, then we'll try it. We'll try it. That way, huh? I am having some crazy deja vu. This feels very much like a mine that I cleared to kill an outlaw leader or something at some point. Oh, this feels so identical to that. I almost feel like I know my way around here because of it. It's actually kind of creepy. I remember those vending machines.
Disregard search. There's nothing here.
I remember these minor corpses. There's gonna be one on the couch right over here. Oh my god. This is an identical layout to a place I've already cleared before. That's so creepy. That's some creepy procedural generation nonsense. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. I mean, I guess I feel pretty confident that I know how to navigate around this place without missing too much stuff, so I should be pretty efficient about looting it. I remember it being a big place though, which is annoying, like, even knowing my way around.
Eliminate the enemy!
Still gonna take me a minute. Cutters if I wanted them.
I got him. On me. Need a medkit.
This is really weird. Now there's more over this way, so... think it was even Ecliptic that were here before. Like, it's so weird. This might be like literally the exact same mine and it's just been refilled with loot and enemies, which I'd almost feel better about if that's the case. But to have me come here for like an objective, like story objective, but to also make it a place that you could be sent as part of a mission board thing, seems really bizarre. I don't know. They even put like loot back on the miners to gaslight me, but like I know I've been here before. I remember this place distinctly because it was the first time in the game that I ran out of digipicks. And it's where I realized that I really needed to like always be buying digipicks when I run across them. Just look at the sheer volume of things you can pick in this place. How to use a digipick to get into this room. There's a safe in this room. So there's another digipick. Yoink. Don't mind if I do with that, though. Alright, so I'm going to prove that I've been here before. There's a building down here, and on the right-hand side, there's a building that I can enter. And the building has a, on the right side of the building, right facing the door, there is a helmet display case with a helmet in it. It's where I got my first legendary helmet from. Jesus. Dick. They startle the crap out of me when they have, like, axes and run up on me. Sorry, the area I'm thinking about a little bit past this chamber, but, what the hell was that? I like lit his skip pack on fire and it caused him to like fly away and explode. That's a locked door. But anyway, when I get there, the other details I provided will prove that I wasn't just like guessing. Which is probably what it seems like now. Tranquility? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's start by going this way and we'll circle back. So I think the thing I'm thinking of is up ahead here.
Contact.
Rude. No, it's actually a decent ecliptic down there. I'm gonna have to face him more head on. You know, let's head back this way and take the intended path forward.
Get his position.
Okay. This is not the building I'm talking about. These elements are inside. You'll see. You'll see when I get there. I'm not crazy, I promise. Yeah. Now where's that frickin' elite? Oh, shooting at me. Shooting at me from a distance. Where are you? Where are you? What's down there? I don't remember this so much. Unless it's just the dead end, which would explain why it didn't stick in my memory. Oh, it is just the dead end. I'm really confused about where that elite ran off to. He ran far, wherever he is. I remember that I ended up circling back around over here at some point, so we'll keep going this way for a minute. Just the notepad. Right, so if I go this way. I don't know, I want to clear this whole place. Just go down here. Where's this last enemy that's shooting me?
All back to me.
Should have fallen back quicker. God, still, there's more of them. Everyone I put down. 2 more spring up in its... did that say? Flashy leatherware. That made me encumbered, but, I mean, who's not picking up flashy leatherware? It's the most important item here, obviously. Alright, now I'm feeling a little confused. Just because I don't remember this part of it, not because... Like, I'm more certain than ever that this is a dupe dungeon, because I remember, like, so much of these details about navigating this place. It was a maze, so I had to do a lot of looking around to find my way through. And I remember a lot of this very distinctly. I guess I got to get back to that place where I saw the way forward, but then I was like, alright, we need to do something about being over encumbered real quick. That weighs nothing, fortunately. We'll eat the chicken tikka. Flashy leatherware. Flashy. Sunray. Oh, the Tranquility Sunray. Not in the pack form, it's just a food item. And not a resource. So let's do that. And was that enough? That might have been enough actually. But let's go back and see if we can ditch a weapon or two. I mean, it's getting to the point where like an extended mag Eon, for example, like, do I really need to keep this? I'm thinking no. But getting rid of that didn't even like bring my weight down 1. Instigating Bridger. I mean, it's a heavy among all other things, so I'm thinking that's Berserker Grendel. Bashing Modified Grendel. Let's get rid of both of those. Okay. This way, yeah. Oh, this just comes out here. Okay. It's fair. I guess I just didn't notice this before. So that building I was talking about is going to be right up here on the right. I think. Maybe I am being a hallucination bag here. This is just the artifact, yeah. Makes it kind of weird I didn't notice this the first time I was in this cave. I mean, this is all making me think that this probably is actually a different mine, but it just like completely copied the mine generation from the other place I'd already been, which is a shame. I'm glad I'm having 2 of these back to back because yeah, that circular bit at the end, towards the end. Artifact Zeta, huh? Add the artifacts to the collection. That bit at the end, I think, is showing me like sort of like the final form of the things, or trying to show me that. Now, is this a can't fast travel from here situation? Like if I wanted to go to my ship? Oh. Okay. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Yeah, that was so weird. You have to let me know if you're someone who's watching me do my whole playthrough. I would love for you to say in the comments if that mine there was the same mine I had gone to previously, a different mine with just an extremely similar layout, if it looked familiar to you. Let me know, because I'm really interested about that. It was just a really weird deja vu filled experience for me, so I'm curious if anyone else has run into something like that on their playthrough or anything. Yeah, let's go back to the lodge. Let's do this. I do kind of want to check in with Vladimir. Let him know that Andrea is safe. But I also am really curious what's going to happen when we add more artifacts to the collection, because that space is getting busy. I feel like we got to be close to assembling that thing, or at least like halfway there. So it'd be cool to see something different happen this time. I'm not, not going to hate on the game if it's the same animation for the 15th time, but I can't even keep track of how many. So we did 1, 2, I think there was 3 originally, and including the one I brought when I first met Constellation. And then we got one from the guy in the Soul System. And then we recovered another one, I think, also. So I want to say we were at 5 or 6. And this is going to bring us to like 7 or 8 artifacts total. I mean, I guess I can count them as soon as I go in here, right? See if there's any just spacing on.
Andreja, thank goodness. We were worried.
Why?
Oh, there's Mateo. He's
that
back
I would not
already.
contribute to the mission?
No, of course not. We thought you might be hurt.
Oh, then thank you, but it was not necessary. We succeeded.
All right. So we've got 1.
It's been quieter around here ever since
1,
Vladimir
2,
went to
3,
live
4,
on the
5,
Eiffel
6,
time.
7. I think I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try it one more time. It's hard when they're all like moving and like intersecting each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8.
Well,
So this actually is going to bring us to 10.
Very funny, Walter. You know Constellation's been keeping me busy.
I wasn't born yesterday, you know. I bet you have your eye on something.
If you
I feel like
must
he
know,
used to be like a
there's
art
rumors
thief
of
or
an
something.
18th century English translation of the Bhagavad Gita that I was following up on.
I knew it. Well, best of luck. I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment.
Right. So this is actually really significant. Turning in these
It's clearly money well.
artifacts is going to get us to 10. And 10's a nice, solid number. So I'm very curious if we're going to see something unique happen this time. Let's do it.
Look at you two. I'm jealous. I tried following up on some leads myself, but came back empty-handed. They can be anywhere, can't they? Embedded in a rock, or in the hands of an unsuspecting novelty goods trader?
Yes, Mateo, true. I'm kind of annoyed that you made it so I couldn't watch them joining the others and just pulled me into this conversation. That was really weird. That felt really weird. Which leads where you following?
Scans from the eye. But it looks like you got there first. Shame on me for taking the scenic route, huh?
I'm not gonna say that, Jesus game. This is weird. Was he following up on the same leads we were, and I somehow managed to go there, rescue Andrea, and then get 2 artifacts all on my own while he... And what's this 3 artifacts tier 0 thing? Because I've brought back way more than 3. Were they expecting me to do this quest? No, they can't have expected me to do this before the old neighborhood quest. This whole dialogue tree and even the way it started seems really weird to me. These artifacts really are something else.
I catch myself just staring at the collection sometimes, wondering what it all means. Maybe that's how our ancestors felt when they were looking up at the stars for the first time.
They didn't just gawk at the stars, Mateo. They explored. They tested. Science brought us to space, not daydreaming.
I disagree.
Noel and Mateo
What's the
having
point
a
of
bit of
science
a...
if not to enable humanity's dreams? And where do those dreams come from?
Not every dream is a pleasant one. I agree with Noel. The work is what moves us forward.
You're with me, right? Science or dreams? Which one is the true muse of space exploration?
Oh no, I'm not taking sides between you
Neutrality
two.
in a debate? I guess your side forfeits.
How can you forfeit if you don't even take a side? You're getting rusty with your comebacks, Mateo.
You know what? I just realized I completely overtook this whole conversation. This should be about you and Andrasia celebrating a win for the group.
Yeah, thank you,
I do not
Mateo.
mind being
Glad
asked
you
to join
realized
in the
that.
debate. It was good to hear everyone's sides. But I do agree that we accomplished something together. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, you're welcome. And for yours, I'd be happy to keep
I have
traveling
no
with you.
objections. Let us see what else we can find out there.
Noel, pulling some interesting data from those new artifacts. Tell the Rook to meet me back on board the station.
Roger that, Vladimir. He's on his way.
Alright, Vladimir wants us to go back up to the Eye. Andrasia is now available to become a member of my crew. All good stuff. This is a really perfect stopping point for this video. I kind of wish now that I'd sided with the science. I feel like they're both right in a way. I feel like the combination of science and dreams, like science fuels the dreams and dreams fuel the science, like I feel like it's a symbiotic relationship there. So thus my position of neutrality, but if I had to choose, I would choose science, but it gave me a neutral option, so I'm glad for it. Yeah, the artifacts do seem to be doing this weird rainbow resonance. I'm not sure I noticed that before. And they almost seem to be like accumulating energy in the center, which also might be newish. Huh. Anyway, yeah, this is a perfect spot to end the video. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day. See you next time.